This is Play North, the Manitoba Games Show. The Manitoba Games are coming to Thompson March 4th to 10th. Games powered by Manitoba Hydro. www.manitobagames.ca is the place to find us on the web for our online store, to register as a volunteer, or to find out information about the games if you're coming from away. Use hashtag PlayNorth if you're looking for us on social media. Joining me is Luke Deibert. Luke, you're right now a committee of one with the Manitoba Games. So swimming is your deal. That's why we're here. That's why we're here at the pool. You're leading up to swimming. You're also the coach of the Thompson Northern Torpedoes right now. But take us back in history just a little bit. How did you end up here as the coach of the Northern Torpedoes, and what's some of your experience with swimming in general?
Well, I grew up swimming. I've been swimming since I was 8, and then I started coaching in my hometown when I was 17. And then when I swam in university, and then when I was in university, I ended up coaching a swim team there while I was attending university, and then I just got a job at different swim clubs. So I've coached in the United States. I've coached out in Red Deer, Alberta. I coached in Selkirk, Manitoba for a while. I was in the PAW for 6 years, and now here. And the reason I'm here is because my wife. I just kind of followed her around, and she's RCMP, and that's kind of just the way it worked out.
When she gets the call, and Sandy, we hear her a lot on the radio. She's our sort of our community person right now. It's funny, in a weird sort of a way, I feel like she's my counterpart. Like, we don't cross paths a lot, but I feel like the two of us are kind of out and about a lot. So when the RCMP calls and says it's time to move, does she say, if there's no pool, we're not going?
Yeah. I wish it was that well, but it didn't work out that way. We were in Stonewall for 8 years, and there was no pool there. So that's just the way it was.
Bummer. I guess the RCMP is bigger than your requests, sadly.
It is, yeah. But I have been coaching for over 30 years, so it was kind of a neat situation. I think I was in Thompson for about 2 weeks before they found out I was here, and they said, please come and coach. There you go. Bob's your uncle.
I think that's how it goes. And I mean, I think that the Torpedoes were so lucky to have you land in our lap, because things were, I won't say floundering, but we were looking for a coach, and so that's probably why it didn't take long for you to
was right,
end up here. Yeah. And you've coached in a lot of places. You've swam a lot of places. How does the Norplex pool compare to other places you've been?
I think the Norplex pool is one of the best pools in the province. I remember coming here the first time when I was coaching the PAW and thinking, what a great facility this is. Now it's showing some age a little bit, and we're working towards fixing some of those issues. But overall, the pool is a fantastic facility.
I couldn't agree more. When I moved back, I grew up here in Thompson, but when I moved back, I don't think a pool was a thing for me in a different community. I wouldn't have thought of that. And then as I had kids and as I started to come here, I would never move to a place with a pool again. So Stonewall, I got nothing against Stonewall. I'm not moving there. So
no, Thompson's great, and like, we love being here. We were out of the pool for a little bit over the Christmas break, and we got back in last Monday, and it just felt great.
Fantastic. So you mentioned, like you said, it really is an unbelievable facility for a community our size, but starting to show its age. We got the games coming up. We want to kind of put our best foot forward. So what are some of the things that we're doing to do that?
Well, there's been some infrastructure upgrades in the basement there, but as far as the aesthetics here, we've got the locker rooms have had a little bit of a coat of paint put on them, and we've fixed some of the tiles inside the pool area here, and fixed the flooring area in the viewing area, and we've got new bleachers. And there's going to be a big clean job happening. So yeah, a lot of things are happening.
A giant spit polish, and you're right. We were lucky, I think, with the timing, the stuff that's happening down in the basement. I've been involved with recreation for a long time, and we were scrambling. It's not fancy stuff. Nobody's going to see it, but we needed it bad, and I think the timing was great. So it's nice to have that. The games are coming March 4th to 10th. They're only about a month away. We're here today because we're doing a bit of a practice meet. That's what what these guys are doing. They're just having lunch now, and that's why we had a chance to grab you. So how's the practice meet going, and do you think we're going to be ready for the games when they come?
Yeah, well, we've had a few hiccups that identified some things that we want to fix before the games, but we're definitely going to be ready. This has been a good meet so far for us in terms of the club itself and the PAW, and the Flin Flon is also here. And many of their athletes will be part of the Norman team. And that team will be picked very shortly within the week, and it's based on FINA points, which is the some fancy word for Federation International Natation.
30 years and you still kind of don't know it, but we'll get that. Maybe Paul will put it on the screen.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so every swim is ranked according to a world chart, and it gets a certain number of points, right from the world record down to the lowest, slowest slow. Yeah. And so our team is chosen based on their speed on that chart. And we have a full team of 20 athletes, and we're really looking forward to going.
That's great. So what are the ages of the kids, and what races do we see here? Is this like the Olympics? We get the butterfly, we got the freestyle. Do we have we got the 4-person relay? We got all that stuff.
Yeah, we'll have all of that. The age range is from 10 to 14, and yeah, we'll have all the events.
That's great. And all of the regions will have all their teams filled. I know in some of the other sports, when there aren't enough kids from one region, they fill them with another, and the teams are sort of mixed up. Is ours more a little traditional, where it's Team Norman versus Team South versus everybody else?
Yeah, well, we have enough people to field a full team in Norman. So how they're doing it in the South, I'm not really sure. I think there's probably a couple of the regions that might pull from some other regions, but here in the North, we're good.
We're all set to go. We're really looking forward to having the games here, March 4th to 10th. Luke Deibert, thanks for joining us. We're all ready to go. We encourage people to come down. Your phase 2, right? So it's Thursday, Friday. Everything during the day. Is there some stuff in the evening? Do you know what times we're going to be running?
Yeah, we have 2 sessions during the day. It's called heats and finals. So in the mornings we'll be running probably from around 8 till noon, and then we'll take a break until 4, and then finals will run from like 5 to 8 o'clock at night.
I love that. I'm so excited about it. I've talked to some people around town that are worried if you're still working that week or other things, you might miss some of the games. So the fact that they're in the evening, and that's the finals, that's the money stuff, right? That's where we see Michael Phelps, the one to come out of the North.
Well, it'll remain to be seen.
We'll see. Luke Deibert, thanks for joining me. He's a one-man gang over here at swimming, but he'll get some help, and we're going to pull it off. March 4th to 10th, 2018. That's when the Manitoba Games are coming to Thompson. Manitoba Games, powered by Manitoba Hydro. www.manitobagames.ca is the place to go for all the information, and use hashtag PlayNorth if you're looking for us on social media.